Hey guys, welcome back to another live stream. Today in this live stream, we're going to be playing some more Minecraft Giant Master Builder. Now, for those of you who have not seen the previous 109 streams, I highly recommend check them out. Last stream, what did we do? I completely erased that from my mind. So last stream, we discovered why everything was a block off. So, we rebuilt a huge portion, well, maybe not a huge portion, but a huge portion of our tomb-themed dungeon. And that was just sad. It was one block off in order to make everything mirrored. So, I had to redo the entire staircase. I had to take a hallway, completely destroy the top portion of the hallway, so the walls and the ceiling, and then rebuild it all one block in the direction that I needed it to be. Luckily for the floor, though, that all I had to do was just destroy a couple of lines, and then place a couple of lines, and then some lava and stuff. That was fine. That's probably the easiest part of everything I had to do that stream. So, yeah, this stream, I don't remember exactly what we're gonna do. So, yeah. Hello, Johnson. Welcome to the stream. Hope you've had a great day so far. Okay, that's all good. Cool. Okay, sorry. Anyways. So yeah, this staircase here was built on top of this block instead of being a block behind it. So I had to shift this entire staircase out by one block, but since I couldn't remember how to build it, I had to destroy the whole thing and rebuild it from scratch. Then I had to shift the circle out one block to the right, which that wasn't too hard. All I had to do is destroy a block and then place a block. Actually, now that I think about it, I had actually built this circle too big in the first place, so I had to do that. Then, this hallway, I had to shift everything to the left. And that was a lot of blocks. I think I got all the lava placed. Yeah. Then I had to shift the circle out again, and then everything else was fine. So yeah, that was what we mainly did that stream. Then the rest of the stream we built this the outline of these hallways, a enemy gauntlet arena, and then the chest room, or at least the floor for it all. So this stream, finishing this hallway, and finishing this gauntlet room, as well as the treasure room. So yeah. That's what we're planning. Oh. I don't have my vibrant visuals on. I just realized that because I could see the walls on the other side of the map. There we go. I like how it's a lot darker when you have the vibrant visuals on for nighttime with the night vision. I mean, the night vision is supposed to make everything brighter. However, I feel like it's too bright when you have the other. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I forgot that this is not... So we can't do the windows every 6 blocks. So, I guess first step is to see what the parkour is going to look like. Because if the parkour works, then that is good. If it doesn't work, then this is going to be a lot more tricky. Because for the walls, we can just change up the design. It's not too big of a deal. Because, unlike for this hallway, that was 1 block shorter than the other hallway, this is going to be at least mirrored no matter what on both sides. Probably. I hope so. I hope I measured out everything correctly. All we need is for this to be 3 blocks out for the final jump of the parkour. It's gonna be close. If it was 1 block closer. We could just have the final block be, or final jump be a 4-block jump. That wouldn't be too bad, but still, it's like slightly more difficult. Yeah, let's do that. So for those of you who do not know, this is supposed to be mainly an endurance-focused dungeon, I think. Because down below is a giant maze, so it's like, you have to, depending on how lost you get, you have to, was it struggle? No, put up with? Yes. Put up with being lost for however long, while also fighting enemies in the maze. For this dungeon, or for this part up here, you have to do parkour, constantly, and then an enemy gauntlet at the end. And if I were to make this functional, of course, then I would make it to where if you die, you have to restart the entire dungeon. Maybe you probably keep your items, that way if you already did it, you don't have to worry about doing the parkour all over again, if you've already completed the parkour and gauntlet. However, if you haven't, then every time you fall into the lava, you have to reset the entire parkour. Every time you fail the gauntlet, you have to reset the parkour and the gauntlet. So yeah, it's gonna really test one's patience. So, that's what this dungeon's about. I have 2 more areas I have to build out. One of which is over here, which I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm gonna do for that area, but I gotta do something, probably. And then I also have to do a challenge run. So what I did for the previous dungeon, the nature dungeon over there, is that I only did bottom 2 floors because I realized the top floor was too close to the ceiling, so that means if I were to make it functional and things, you'd be able to hear mobs everywhere you're walking around, and I didn't want that. So instead, basically, it's just a giant long hallway that's going to be packed full of mobs. Parkour that if you fall from the parkour, you have to go back up the whatever levels of the dungeon you fell to. So you could either fall to the 2nd and have to go back up that way, or to the 3rd and go back up that way. It's also kind of a shortcut for the 2nd floor of the dungeon, but anyways. And then you have an enemy gauntlet at the end of this, and then you finally have the treasure room, which isn't required, but it'll have good loot in it if I were to make it, functional. The reason I keep saying if I were to make it functional is because I'm making this map as if it is a Minecraft server hub. That way, if I ever want to make a Minecraft server in the future, I can make I already have the hub done. And if I have this as the hub, then these dungeons will either be really good for hide and seek, or I can make it to where each dungeon takes you to a copy of this map and lets you do a working version of this dungeon. Because I don't think I could have all 4 dungeons and parkour towers and things that teleport you to the other worlds that have the Bed Wars and all those other mini games all in the same map. I feel like that'd be too laggy. So, most likely these dungeons won't be functional in this map specifically, but in a copy of this map, maybe. Okay, so now that that's done, how are we going to design... Well, okay, the roof design is always going to be the same. Probably. Not for the challenge run, but for this area, it's going to be the same, where it's just the stairs, then a regular block, then lights. Oh, wait, I can't really do the lights either, though, because the lights match the windows. So that's going to be slightly tricky. I have ideas. It is an idea. Well, no, wait, no, that won't work because it's still not going to be mirrored properly. I guess for now, let's just do these windows. I will say, if I were to make this in survival, this entire map would be, or even just the dungeon that I'm making would be so very hard to do. Because I'd have to get things like frog lights, which I don't think I've ever actually gotten frog lights in survival Minecraft before, unless someone gave them to me. And, you know, the new biome, if I was playing on a long-running world, I would have a very hard time finding this biome. So that's one of the reasons I'm glad that I'm doing this on a creative map. Okay, well now that that's done... You know what? Hold up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 of these, so that means 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I shift all of these back a block. Then everything will be a lot more mirrored. So the final jump won't be the hardest, but it'll definitely throw off the rhythm, and then this makes it to where I can... Okay. I think this will be better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. So now... Now I could do the idea I had previously. Or... So either I can continue to do the windows until it meets here in the middle, and then just make, like, a bigger window, or I was thinking making lava on the walls. However, I don't know... I don't know if I want to do that completely. Could just have lava here. And then have it be windows. I guess that's what we'll do. It is kinda boring, but at the same time, I don't really have any ideas. Unless you guys have ideas. If you guys have any ideas, that would be much appreciated. Oof. Okay. So, now that we have done this hallway, well, almost. I think what we're gonna do is do the other hallway walls, and then we'll finish, the hallway floors on both sides. Because once I start doing the floor, I'm gonna have to clear out a lot of blocks in my inventory. So it'd just be easier if I were to do what I did to the other hallway to this hallway. That way, most of it is done. Probably shouldn't be doing that yet. Okay. Did I do this to the other side? I did not. Oh, okay, I did to one of the two sides. Okay, so... let's finish putting the stairs in. Okay, so now we got both sides done. So now... Oh, we still have to do the roof. Okay, let us try and do this. Okay. Roof 1 is done. Roof 2 is now in view. I don't know why I tried making that rhyme. Okay. Both hallways are now officially done. For the upper half, anyways. Walls, well, I guess technically the lava waterfall things I need to do still. Anyways. Let's Trash everything. And then grab this. I was about to put the lava there, then I realized that would be a terrible idea, since I don't have a floor. Is that supposed to be 2 blocks? Yeah, that is. Okay. That was supposed to be less than that. Or more than that, I mean. I think what I'll do first is build out the floors and then the floors and walls, and then I will do lava on both, oh no, both, hallways. Because doing it like this should be easier, in theory. Maybe. Okay, that's all done. Now the other hallway. Okay, now it's just the floor in between the parkour, and then the lava. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you've had a great day so far. Am Why is that not... Okay. Wonder why that was not loading in. Okay. I definitely missed a lot of lava. However, the issue is I don't know where completely since I have yet to fill up all the lava. And again, it seems to be getting fixed as I go. That doesn't really affect anything. Okay. Okay, I think I did that all. Nice. Do I want to add some extra particle effects to this? Nah, I'll be fine. The smoke would go up too high anyways. Don't know why I'm filling in the lava yet. Because I need to do all this outside first. Okay, looks like, so far, this is all going according to plan. Nice. Okay, now I'm going to use the restroom, and then we'll start working on the enemy gauntlet here. So, I shall return. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to put down a music box. What music do you guys want to listen to? I'm thinking of putting on Bounce since it's new. Yeah, let's do Bounce. Okay, BRB. You know what? We can actually probably have the music. Because we're working in a small-ish area. So... let's do other side. No, I have to have inventory. Or my inventory's typically full, I mean. So I don't have the room to do all this. Yeah. Yeah, well. So... I mean... I guess first we'll have to build the room, and then we can see how we can decorate it. I guess I could make the room taller. Like, do 5 blocks instead of the 4. That way I actually have room for a wall light here. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so... I think I somewhat have a design in mind. It's basically just gonna be a regular connection room, but more dome-shaped. Well, maybe, actually. Because we're almost touching the roof, so maybe not. Great, now I'm making a Triforce. I guess that can be a reference. An accidental reference, but a reference nonetheless. Because we're in a dungeon. Legend of Zelda is known for its dungeons. Well, at least the older games. And so having a pyramid inside of a dungeon, or a triangle, sorry, it makes some sense? Something like that. That right? That looks right. Almost. Nice. Okay, so now... Okay, now we do... blocks. How did I do it for down here? Okay. Hello again. I usually would say hello to such and such, or like nickname for the person. However, I can't read your was it username, so I apologize for that. Okay. Now that that's done, we'll just make the flat roof again. That way we don't have to worry about... I don't remember where I was going with that sentence. Cool. Got the circle done. Now... I can't remember... How did we do this? Okay, we did... Okay. I think this looks right. It's a little too hard to tell. Oops. There we go. Nice. Now... Oops. Just to make the room slightly brighter, I'm gonna be doing this. I would prefer it if I could have made windows. However, there's not enough room for windows on these walls, so I'm just sticking with this for now. Much better, much brighter. So now I can do window. Or not window, but like the wall light things that we've been making. I guess technically window lights. Are they called window lights in real life? Probably. I don't know what else they'd be called. But basically we're doing windows that are used for lighting. But a small one. Cool. This is probably the shortest hallway I have and probably will make. For this dungeon at the very least. Okay, so now we want the copper chest, I guess, in the middle? We want it in the middle? Yeah, the middle will be fine. Where is stairs? Cool. Now... Oh yeah, copper chest. Waxed. If I wanted, I could do that. You know what? That looks kind of cool. We'll do it. A lot fancier of a pedestal than the one below. But then again, the one below, we didn't have as much room as we do here. I guess technically this room is fancy enough to where we could just leave it as is. Like, after we finish the walls and ceilings, we don't need any lights or anything on the sides. Because of how fancy looking it is. We'll see. Yeah, we'll do lights on the walls. I think it'll make this fancier. Oh, wait, but that means I need to make this one block taller. Or no, I don't. I forget, I have to make it arch anyways. That way I can make the room a dome-ish. So... Cool. 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 Oh no, it's too small for the stairs. You know what? That'll be fine. Cool. Oh, I need the... Perfect. how fancy of a room I'm building for this thing. I mean, it's not super fancy, but it's moderately fancy. I'm gonna make this gauntlet so hard to do. It's gonna be one of the toughest things in the game. "52 waves of enemies." No, not gonna... That would be a nightmare. I don't think I would even want to do that. There we go. Fancy chest room. I mean, the corners are a bit bare, but at the same time, it's still moderately fancy. If I could raise this up a block. Great, now I'm raising this up a block. I'm like, it would look better if I raise it up a block. And now I'm raising it up a block. Oops. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Well, I kind of got all my goals for this stream done. So, I guess next stream, we're either going to start working on connection points, which I know is going to be quite boring, but at the same time, well, I guess I can speed up the process by copy-pasting, like, this one. That might be what I do. That's probably what I'll do. I'll copy... You know what? I'm gonna do that right now. Structure block. What direction does it go? It goes that way, so we always build this at this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I do the floor too? No. Well, it doesn't matter. Save should be 7. Oh, wait, that needs to be like 15. Nope. 30? There's no way it needs to be 30. Definitely does not need to be 30. 1, 2. Here, I'll just do 30 in both directions. Okay, that's definitely too much. Cut it back by 3 blocks. And then 7. Close. 8. Perfect. Cool. Structure name. Tomb. C. For a connection point. Oh, if I hit save to disk, does that mean I can load from disk? Because if that's the case, that'd be cool. Okay, anyways, let's test this out. Load. Was it? Oh, yeah. Tomb B. Cool. Did that work? Yeah. Okay, so now if I do control, copy, aha! So now it'll be even faster now that I know that quick command. Load. Oh, that's gonna speed up this process by so much. That's gonna speed up everything by so much. Okay, now I can put this here. Wow, this is... okay. If I hit load... oh, it gets rid of it for me. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. The speed of what I'm gonna be able to do is awesome. Wait. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Cool. Nice. We're gonna get a huge portion of our stream done today. Or of our build done today. Especially since this is, like, omnidirectional. So, like, I don't have to worry about rotating it and everything. Cool, is that it? It appears so. Nice. Very nice. Extremely nice. That just sped up all the work we had to do by a tremendous amount. I don't see what the blank walls look like. They're fine. Not great looking, but it's fine. Okay, let's go down here and see what it looks like. It's fine. Oh yeah, I forgot. I might add treasure pathways down there still, though. So I might go back and redo those. Great, I'm gonna have to go back to all of these areas, though, and make sure I didn't leave any chiseled stone. Because a chiseled, cinnabar is only meant for, pathways. But luckily, since I haven't done more than 3, it is easy to check. Maybe I'll turn these connection points into enemy gauntlets as well. Just make things... hold up, so that's 1. Twice as hard would be... So 3 times as hard as it needs to be. I might not. Who knows? This might just be the final dungeon level. And I didn't even, or the dungeon, like, in difficulty, that I make. Because of how annoying I'm gonna make this dungeon, apparently. Then again, it might not be all that annoying. We'll see. Okay, I think... Yeah, 2 more after this one. If I'm not gonna make these dungeons functional, maybe I will start adding entities to the world. Not like mobs, but like... I don't know if signs still count as entities, but signs used to at the very least. So I can start adding signs to like start naming some of the places I have, specifically like blacksmiths and all that. I can start doing, like, banners to show, like, different factions or whatever that live in the giant castle. There's a lot of potential I could do if I start using signs and banners and cushions even when they come out. And just in case I need to use the connection point later on, I'm going to keep this there. Okay. And that should be all the connection points. So, wow, we got a lot done this stream. We got all the connection points done, which I thought was going to take so very long, but only took like 10 minutes, 12 minutes, something like that. We got this hallway done with the parkour and new designs and all that, as well as its exact copy over here, or its mirror image, however you want to do that. We got our enemy gauntlet room with a Triforce in it, as well as our chest room. And that's pretty much it. So next stream, we're going to be working over here, I think. Either we're gonna make something over here, or we're gonna chop this off and make it a blank wall, and then just do the challenge run. However, I feel like that's kind of boring. So, then again, if I'm making that area as hard as I'm saying I am, I might do that and just make this another chest room area. I don't know. Anyways, I like to say thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Please like, subscribe to the channel, and comment which kind of stream you'd like to see me do next. Also, if you'd like to play with me or other members of the Bagel Army, please join my Discord server. Link is in the description. And without further ado, have a bagular day. Bye, guys.